no. That was easy. Hey there, welcome back to Amy TV. We talk a lot about focus around here and making sure that we stick with our plan and do the things that we gotta do, but constantly, it seems, people are asking for our attention in so many different ways. They're getting really creative. So I thought it'd be interesting today to talk about the ways that you can say no in order to separate yourself from someone when they're asking for your attention and it is not the right time for it. Yes, you get to make that decision. Isn't that interesting? Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I make new videos every Sunday and Wednesday, and I would love to see you back for the next one. Let's start with the easy ones, the digital boundaries. Setting those boundaries online so that people don't have expectations of you that you are not actually planning to fulfill. I've told you many times I don't check email until a certain time in the day, or if I am in my email before that, I'm looking for a specific thing that I am working on and I need to find out information about. Part of that is not just because I need to focus during that period of time and work on the email and nothing else at the same time so that the multitasking doesn't affect how good of a job I'm doing. It's also so I don't end up in this quick back and forth email with another person so that they think I'm just sitting in my inbox all day waiting for them to write me back. That's not like a too cool for school thing. That's like a I respect your time as much as I respect my time thing. So when people start thinking, oh, they're gonna write me back right away, they're going to start having false expectations of me and vice versa. I don't want to have that expectation of other people. I don't want to start just subconsciously putting in my head that whenever I send so-and-so an email, they usually kick me one right back. If that's the case, I probably need to send them a few videos to watch, not gonna lie. So yeah, spending specific hours of the day, maybe they're not the same every day, I get it, you can't be robotic all the time, but realizing that checking email or checking text messages, things that are giving you something to do that someone else is asking of you, needs to have a dedicated time frame where you can focus on that. So you're saying no to every other hour of the day by not checking your email during that time. And that's pretty self-explanatory. I've actually recently changed my strategy even more on this to help people understand. What I don't like is getting an automatic email back from someone as soon as I email them that says, hey, just wanted you to know I only check email during certain hours of the day. Like, I literally don't care. Just because I sent you an email doesn't mean I need to know right now that I only am gonna see emails from you during certain hours of the day. I'm just hoping you're gonna respond to it at some point. So rather than doing an automatic response, I am having something in my signature that says, hey, just so you know, I only check email once or twice a day. If this is more urgent and you are expecting a response sooner, you're not gonna get it from me. So you're gonna need to connect with my assistant. That's something that I can do because I have an assistant. Some of you don't. So maybe it makes more sense to just say in the signature, hey, I'm only gonna check email a couple times a day, so you may not hear back from me right away. If it's urgent, text me. You know, everyone's gonna have their different situations, but that's a really great way of being helpful, setting expectations, and saying no to the times you're not planning on connecting with them. And then you can decide when they call you or send you a text if you're gonna take it. Me personally, again, I don't respond to texts until I am available. If you call me and it's not on the calendar, I do not pick up. I just don't. Like, ask anyone in my life. If you are not on my calendar and you're calling me, I am horrified. I'm like, I'm a millennial. Don't you know that? I'm not answering the phone. The next digital boundary is the thing that's always trying to get our attention, and it is so good at it. Social media. I have nothing against social media. I live for social media. It's so fun. It has enabled me to do something amazing with my life. I love talking to people there, but I do it on my time. I decide when that's going to happen. And so I will make, again, certain times of the day where it's time to go into my Instagram DMs or it's time to look at my Twitter responses. I gotta get better at checking my LinkedIn private messages because for whatever reason, people DM me and they think it's urgent. And I never, ever reply to them and they don't think to go to my website and look at my email address. I still haven't figured that out yet, but whatever. It doesn't mean I'm going to change my habits. If I have to miss an opportunity, it's because I was making time for one that I intentionally chose and was focused on. So to me, it's not that big of a missed opportunity. If you really wanted to talk to me, you would have gone to my website. You would have found out that I have an assistant. You would have looked at anything I do ever and found out how I did things. Whew. A little passionate on that one. Now let's talk about some in real life no thank you moments. Something I think a lot of people struggle with is their kids asking for their attention when they're trying to focus on something. And that's not something that I can speak from experience on. However, I do have a dog. And I know it is not the same. I'm going to start right now. Do not send me the hate comments. It is not the same thing. I can put her in a kennel and leave the house. I know that that's very different. But sometimes my 14-year-old beagle, which I actually like to say, she's 101 years old, approximately in dog years, she is a little bit high maintenance. And there will be moments where I'm on a call. Or there will be moments when I'm making a video. Or there will be moments when I am focused on getting something done. And she's like, you know that table flip thing people always type on their keyboards? That's what she does with her dog bowl. And that's meaning she wants food. So there are certain things where I have to tell her no that remind me a little bit like I have a kid in the house. And I'm like, you're acting quite human and it's annoying. During the times I know that if I lose focus, I am going to lose whatever I'm working on, whether it's writing a blog post, writing out a video, doing some catch up on emails with people that have really been wanting my attention, and Lucy's gonna take away from that. I have to put her away. I don't like to do that because I work from home for the specific reason of spending time with her. And I think a lot of work and home parents can probably identify with that. But I need to put her away. I think the comparable thing for that with a parent would be nap time, right? Like that's your focus time. That's when hopefully the kid is reliably going to go to sleep, which I get doesn't always happen. But there's those moments, right? Or there's the playtime when they go to daycare and it's like, okay, great. This is the time. We need to get really focused. When I say no to Lucy, it's me saying I need to focus on me right now and I cannot focus on you. So I'm going to do everything I can before in order to be able to make time for myself. So for Lucy, it means taking her on a walk. If you're a parent, it means a whole lot of other things, right? And I do that so that I can make time to say no. I'm not trying to have this conversation because I'm trying to compare the two. I'm just saying this is the only experience I have. And she is to the point where I feel like I have a little bit of experience with high maintenance. And it may seem hard to believe, but even a dog can pull your attention away from what you're doing, distract you to no end, and quite frankly, keep you from being effective. Another really difficult and touchy one is your significant other or your family members who you might live in the same house with. Vincenzo and I have to have this talk all the time where I have to tell him no, and he's not always expecting that no because we operate very differently. And this ends up being like analog, real life, digital. It means like a whole lot of things all the time. He'll ask me if I responded to an email, and I didn't, and I don't intend to in the next few hours. And he just has to adjust to that in his head because that's just how I'm doing things. Now, if it becomes a more urgent issue and there's something that we need to work on very quickly, that's a totally different situation. Business together especially means that things are not going to be great all the time. Things are not going to work to my calendar blocking perfection all the time. And so I do have to be flexible when things change. But if it's genuinely like that's your preference and it's not mine, well, unfortunately, I got to go with mine in that situation. In a personal life side of things, if it's like, oh, I have some work to get done, but this is probably supposed to be time for us, like it's after work and I'm working late and that's not amazing. Or vice versa, same happens with him. It's not like I'm the workaholic. Vin is a hard worker as well, so we'll find that sometimes we're on a different wavelength. I'll want to watch a movie and he's got a bunch of emails to return or a proposal to create or something like that. Business and life really, really come into contact a lot in our world. And that becomes a total respect issue, but it's also communication. To me, I have to say, I just want to give you a heads up. I've looked at my day because I have done a full dissection of what I've got to do and when it's got to get done, and I've reverse engineered that. I know for a fact I will be working until 9 o'clock tonight. So I just want to give you the heads up. I'm going to make time for dinner. We're going to do that. We're going to have that time together. And then I got to check out, and I'm really sorry about that, but I'm not that sorry about that because I'm giving you the heads up and I know that you respect that I got to get something done. The no, if it's communicated properly, is often welcome. You just have to say it. It can't just sort of like be this, oh, I'm going to sneak away and do the thing that I need to do, but I'm not going to tell you about it because you'll probably interrupt me because you don't know how important it is, and I didn't tell you that, and I also didn't tell you need to leave me alone because this is really difficult. Also, can you throw your headphones on because I'm editing a video and that whole sound thing is an issue? It's the communication of it. You don't have to say no a lot of the time, especially in these really touchy situations. I'm saying it's really touchy just because it sounds like it's simple, but when you're really talking to somebody about the fact that you're choosing to do something else during a time that they may have thought that it was going to go another way, you've just got to be real about the fact that somebody has feelings about it. I think the biggest takeaway of all of this, it doesn't matter if it's online or in real life or whatever is going on in your world where you feel like you need to say no, it's often that we're just afraid to communicate it at all. That becomes the issue. It's not even like you have to tell someone no. It's not even really that. It's usually more along the lines of, I wish I could help. However, this is what's going on. Or this is how I do things. I think you should be really open to standing your ground on how you do something, because it shows someone you do have boundaries, you do have processes, and it doesn't mean you have to be rigid in them. It just means that you're not just floating in the wind like a leaf based on what somebody else wants you to do. I hope that's really helpful information for you as you think about how you can better say no to the people in your life who might want the attention that you're not quite ready to give. I'd love to hear how you have found a great way to say no in those situations. Help us all out to perfect this. Leave a comment below with how you say no when it's not time to give your attention to somebody who wants it. And while we're talking about this, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, and that is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with more than 19,000 classes in photography, videography, and my favorite, productivity. Whether you have a passion for your full-time job or want to start your own business or just progress in going after the life that you want, Skillshare has amazing classes for you to do just that. And I want to bring it up today because there's one class in particular that I think is going to help you as you think about saying no to the attention you don't want to give and getting focused on the attention you do. That class is called Productivity Today, Managing Attention in the Digital Age. This is a great class with Todoist. I highly recommend it. It's one good thinker on managing your time better and focusing on what you need. The premium membership for Skillshare is usually about $10 a month, but for my friends, the first 200 of you who click on the link in the description below and sign up will get 2 months totally free. So go check out that class I told you about because it's free. Hello, I know you like free videos about productivity. It's what our whole relationship is pretty much based on. That and probably your affinity for either Prosecco or coffee. Links to everything for you to try are in the description below. Thanks to Skillshare again for sponsoring this episode of Amy TV. That's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Make sure you subscribe for good vibes and remember to continue to go after the life that you want. Cheers.